The ancient Egyptians knew this, early scientists knew this, early Christians knew this. There is a 10,000-year-old ancient teaching that can give you exactly what you want. And it's called the mirror effect. And I'm going to show you a simple everyday exercise you can use with your own mirror in your own house as the most powerful manifestation tool in the world. Okay, so let's start back then. I was broke, I wasn't very happy, I was borderline depressed, I was lonely. The girl that I thought that I was in love with ended up leaving me for another dude, and I was so sad. So you could insert some sad violin music here. Seriously, I wasn't stoked off my life, and you may also have things that you desire that you don't have, but don't worry, I'm gonna show you how to fix it. I learned that in order to get what you want, you have to understand why things are the way that they are. So let's look at how my life got that way. First, you receive information from your five senses, which ultimately forms two things: emotions and attitudes. Your brain processes, records, and stores these emotions and attitudes just like a camera stores what it records. Just like a camera recording a video is picking up the information from the environment, your mind interacts with the world in the exact same way. You're receiving information from the world around you through your five senses. Your brain processes these pictures and events as electrical signals. Then you neurologically interpret all that electrical activity and all that information, and it forms your emotions, your beliefs, and your personality. When you combine your emotional associations with your attitudes and beliefs, that's your personality. Ultimately, that reflects back to you as your personal reality. So you could say that your personality, your emotions and attitudes, is a mirror that reflects your personal reality. And this is big idea number one. Emotions plus attitudes equal personality. Your personality mirrors or reflects your personal reality. So the mirror effect equals emotions plus attitudes. Emotion is just the association that you have towards something. That's all it is. So for example, I wanted to be financially successful as an author, but I had no luck. And every time a new thing happened in my world, such as another YouTube video failing, a book publisher rejecting me and telling me to piss off, a client denying me, I generated negative emotional associations towards money and success. I knew what my goals were, and you probably know what your goals are. You know what you want. But emotionally, I felt powerless. I felt helpless. I felt unworthy. I felt incapable. I felt fearful. Once your emotions about your world are established, then that forms your attitudes. So for example, growing up, maybe you heard that money was evil. Maybe your dad was in debt. Maybe he hated people with money. And as a result, you built negative emotions and feelings toward money and success. After your negative financial emotions from childhood were established, you formed your attitudes and beliefs. Those attitudes might cause you now as an adult to sabotage yourself financially. Maybe you believe you'll never have money, so you might as well spend it all. So as a result, you are always in debt as an adult. And maybe you're having the same financial problems that your parents had when you were just a kid. So here's the formula. Emotions plus attitudes equal future destiny. The point is that once your emotions and attitudes about something are formed, the mirror principle begins to reflect it back to you as your life circumstances. Now, in a normal mirror, you walk in front of it and you see yourself instantly. There's no time lapse. The images reflecting in the mirror are instantaneous. But In the mirror effect of the world, there's a time delay for you to see what you're manifesting. There's a time delay for your emotions and attitudes to mirror your personal reality so you don't realize it's happening. But physics shows us that energy is always moving. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy works just like water, transforming from liquid to steam to gas. The emotion and attitude that you carry about something that you desire is creative energy that slowly and surely influences physical matter, causing it to take shape and form as your life circumstances. This universal mirror is working in real time. And this leads us to big idea number 2. In the mirror, what you've been taught to habitually feel and believe is more powerful than what you consciously desire. So for example, you could want money, but your fear of losing, your fear of failing, could have stronger inertia than your optimism for success. This energy has a gravitational pull that reflects the mirror's image as financial struggle in your life, even though you want financial abundance. And that's why if you've ever watched my videos before, I always talk about success hypnosis. I have a free success hypnosis, it's right there down below, jakeshypnosis.com. It's pinned to the comments and in the description right there down below, because if the mirror that you're seeing is your bank account, then how do you change what you're seeing in the mirror? You have to go to the subconscious. And I started using a success hypnosis to do that, and it started working like magic. You can check it out down below. It's free, pinned to the comments in the description. It's jakeshypnosis.com. So if you're with me right now, take a deep breath, put a smile on your face, and remember, what you feel and believe is more powerful than what you desire. So let me explain this a little bit more, right? You could deeply want your soulmate. You could really wish for your dream romantic relationship. But you could be struggling tremendously. You could want it, but perhaps your dad cheated on your mom when you were a kid and they divorced. And it was really painful and it sucked. You grew up with only your mom, who was deeply emotionally wounded and angry about what your dad did to her. So every day, your mom told you that men are rotten, that love is pain. She told you that ultimately men cannot be trusted. But through repetition of those emotions and attitudes about love, that formed the basis. And now 20 years later, the mirror principle reflects that back as your personal reality, which is full of crappy love, crappy relationships that always end badly. And you go, why does this keep happening to me? Why are there no good guys left? It's because of the mirror principle that started in your childhood, but you can change it. And to keep it simple, perhaps the mirror effect is summarized best by Wayne Dyer when he said, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. Now, this leads us to big idea number 3. Start changing what you see in the mirror. This is how you make it practical and you start to use it in your life. So what I started doing was talking to myself in front of the mirror for a few minutes every single day. I would tell myself my goals. I would tell myself that I was worthy of everything that I desired, that I was good enough, that I was smart enough, that I was a millionaire, that I was a successful author. At first it was really weird. It was really uncomfortable. I was afraid that maybe someone could hear me and then they think I was a freak. I was uncomfortable looking into my own eyes in the mirror. I was trying to finish as fast as possible. So I started taking deep breaths, almost like I was doing a meditation, relaxing, looking right into my eyes. And I realized that the exact emotions and attitudes that I had that were stopping me from my goals were coming up during this exercise. They'd pop up and they'd go, you're not gonna become a millionaire author. You're just a a college dropout. You're just a young idiot that's obsessed with this new age stuff. All of this starts popping up when you do this. All of your old emotions about feeling unworthy start to arise. And when you sit with that, that's when you can change the reflection in the mirror. So this exercise becomes a perfect mirror where you can actually see your own thoughts and feelings that you hold about yourself. You could actually see what you think about yourself. And it allows you to find those deep emotions and attitudes and actually begin to heal them. So every day I kept going in front of my bedroom mirror. I do it naked. No, I'm just joking, I didn't actually. And I started to see my outside world change. My first big break started happening in my career. There was a big internet marketer with a huge email list, and he offered to promote my first self-published book. Then Dan, the man, the life regenerator on YouTube that had hundreds of thousands of YouTube subscribers, offered to interview me about my book. And just in a couple days, I sold more books than in an entire year. And in a matter of 24 hours, I got more YouTube subscribers than I did in years of work. The breaks started happening. The outside world was starting to mirror my new inner world that I was building. So I encourage you to give this a try. I suggest doing it for at least 1 to 2 minutes every single morning. Just go in front of the mirror, take a deep breath. When it starts to feel uncomfortable, that's when you relax. You look yourself in the eyes and you repeat your goals. You tell yourself, I am worthy of the money. I am worthy of the love. I am worthy of the health. I am good enough. I am smart enough. And you just let it flow. And every time those emotions arise, just stop. Stop, and then tell yourself the opposite about how you're worthy, about how the great things are coming. And when you do this regularly, it's almost like you clear the fog up on the mirror, and then what happens is the holographic mirror of reality starts to reflect back to you what you truly desire, instead of how you were programmed to create reality. So thanks for watching today's video. Give this a try and let me know in the comments how it works for you. Comment down below, I'm worthy of what I desire. If you love this video, give me a comment down below. I love this video. I love to hear from you. Be sure to get my free success hypnosis. It's right there down below, jakeshypnosis.com, pinned to the comments and in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe and bell notification to get notified for future videos. Here's another video I think you'll really enjoy as well.